I'd always loved the Appalachian Mountains, their vast, untamed wilderness, the towering pines, and the silence that felt like a world apart from the chaos of daily life. So when I planned a solo week-long hiking trip deep into the forest, I thought it would be a peaceful escape. The first 2 days were everything I hoped for. Fresh air, breathtaking views, and a sense of solitude. But on the third night, everything changed. I set up camp near a dense patch of pine trees just as dusk was falling. As night deepened, I heard soft whispers. At first, I thought it was the wind rustling through the branches, but the whispers grew clearer. Faint voices calling my name, sometimes urgent, sometimes pleading. I tried to ignore it, convincing myself it was exhaustion or my imagination playing tricks. But when I finally tried to sleep, I heard footsteps circling my tent. I shone my flashlight outside, but the forest was swallowed in thick fog, the trees looming like silent watchers. The whispers didn't stop all night. In the morning, I discovered strange carvings on the nearby trees, unfamiliar symbols cut fresh into the bark, the wood still raw and bleeding sap. Fear gnawed at me, but I couldn't explain why. I packed my gear and hurried back to civilization the next day. Months later, I still hear faint whispers whenever the wind blows through the pines, and I swear those symbols still haunt my dreams. The Lost Logging Camp. Several years ago, I decided to explore an old logging road deep within the Appalachian wilderness, a place marked abandoned on all the maps. The trail was overgrown and barely visible, winding between twisted trees and thick underbrush. As I ventured further, the forest seemed to close in around me. The trail markers vanished completely, swallowed by moss and vines. Strange sounds echoed, distant howls, rustling footsteps, and occasional sharp cracks. After what felt like hours, I stumbled upon a clearing. There, hidden beneath layers of moss and decay, lay the ruins of a logging camp. Rusted cabins leaned at odd angles. Tools lay scattered, and broken glass crunched under my boots. One cabin stood out, its door hanging open, revealing dark stains smeared across the walls. I stepped inside, my heart pounding. The stains looked like dried blood, and smeared handprints marked the walls, as if someone had tried desperately to escape. Panic flooded me. I turned to leave but found the forest had changed. The paths twisted, doubled back, and led nowhere but deeper into the shadows. After what felt like an eternity, I broke free, sprinting until I reached my car. I never returned. To this day, I avoid that part of the mountains, and I'm still haunted by the thought of what or who left those bloody handprints. The Woman on Black Mountain. Working as a park ranger on Black Mountain was supposed to be just another job, managing trails, guiding hikers, and keeping the area safe. But from my first days on the job, I heard whispers of a haunting. Locals told stories about a ghostly woman in a tattered white dress, seen wandering the summit on foggy nights, her faint glow illuminating the mist. One fog-heavy evening, while on a late patrol, I saw her. Pale and silent, she stood on the edge of a cliff, her eyes fixed on the valley below. I called out, but she vanished into the thick fog like a wisp of smoke. Later, near the cliff, I found an old, leather-bound journal. It belonged to a miner who died decades ago in a mine collapse. His last entries spoke of a dark presence haunting Black Mountain, a force that trapped souls and fed on fear. That night, I couldn't shake the feeling I wasn't alone. I quit shortly after, convinced some things in the Appalachians are best left undisturbed.